I brought the hot pink shirt out for this one, and you know what that means. We're going to dive into ChatGPT today, and I'm going to show you my latest creation of awesomeness, and it's related to YouTube. Before we jump into this new GPT that I built to help create awesome YouTube videos, I wanted to tell you why I created it in the first place. May, June, July of this year, I was doing really well on YouTube. I was having videos that were getting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 views. One's up to 200,000 almost. I got monetized. I had a bunch of people added to my email list. A lot of cool stuff happening. Then in August, the views just dove right off the cliff, 70% down. September was even worse. I was just kind of beating my head against the wall, figuring out, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing a lot of the same stuff. Rather than give up, which is what a lot of us do, I just said, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to bring in the experts here. And I created a Boardroom GPT, a collection of the top YouTubers in the world. And every time I go to make a YouTube video, I ask them for their advice. I'm going to show you how I built mine and how you can build one for you as well. And here it is. This is the GPT that I created, and it's the Boardroom of 50 YouTubers. And whenever I want to come up with an idea, or I have an idea and I want these great YouTubers to help me build it out, I just come to this custom GPT that I made. And this is really not that challenging to make, and I will show you how in this video. But I've got some starters here, some conversation starters, like give me 5 hook variations for my concept, brainstorm titles for my sales video, what's the best thumbnail concept for this idea, and help me come up with an idea for my next video. So if I just simply click this one, it starts asking me questions, and it goes through exactly what the Boardroom, how they would build the video. And the step one starts with the idea and the angle, and then it asks you the question, what topic or niche are you focused on? And I can just put anything in here. I can put my topic is mindset. And it is for aspiring business owners. And what kind of transformation? I want them to stop overthinking so they can start their first online business. Roughly how your best performing videos have done so far. I don't need to answer that, right? But let's see what you can, but that's the way that I built this GPT. And this is also fun too, like, because you're talking to the boardroom, like you're in this mini mastermind. So here's what Hormozy, Vanessa Lau, Dan Coe, and a few storytelling legends would narrow this down to. And they give you options, okay? Here's are the different angles, the breakthrough story angles, the psychology trap angle, the action framework angle, the tough love angle. This is really a lot of fun and makes you think. And you just simply would go in here and say, okay, here's one, the idea, the 3-step mindset I used to start my first business, even when I was terrified, why smart people overthink and how to fix it. This is probably something that I would go to because overthinking is huge. Like people, that's the number one roadblock why people don't start businesses, as voted in my community, is they overthink. The mindset shift that finally made me take action after years of overthinking. So then it's going to ask you, what do I want? I like idea number 1. I like idea number 1. This isn't going to do the work for you. You still have to put your own spin on it, your own flavor. Like a lot of the times I'll just come up with, I have an idea and I want the boardroom to help me organize it, picking the best title, picking the best thumbnail, going with the best hook. This thing is really good for hooks, right? So the breakthrough story is powerful. It's telling you, right? Pain versus payoff. And then before we get to step 2, the hook formula, tell me, would you like the story to be personal, your real journey, or relatable? A blend of your story plus insights. And I'm just going to, for the lack of time, just say I want it to be personal. I want it to be personal. My story. And then it'll write the hook. So let's see how it writes this hook. Now I would feed it more information and you'll do the same thing too for yours, but it keeps talking about these different people and it's cool. It's like, oh, hey, Nathaniel and Matt, I don't even know who Nathaniel is, but this happened to me and here's what changed. The first 30 seconds that will determine whether your viewers stay or bounce. And this is this formula that's really cool, which is hook, twist, payoff, tease, right? And then they break it down. It's like hook. 2 years ago, I spent every night overthinking my first business idea, spreadsheets, plans, what ifs, but zero progress. Twist. And one random Tuesday, something clicked. It wasn't another course or book. It was one brutal truth I'd been avoiding. The payoff and the tease. In this video, I'll share that one shift that finally got me out of my head and into action. that gives you that option. You can say, oh, I like that. So you would read these and then it walks you through it. So hook option, I'm just going to pick one, right? Just to save you guys time here. Hook option 3. I wasted 3 years thinking I was planning my business, but really I was just scared, right? Which, oh gosh, who hasn't done that? And it gives you this hook. And you can continue to tweak it and say, well, I like this or change this. I wasted 3 years thinking I was planning my business, but really I was just scared. The moment I finally admitted that to myself, everything changed. This is how I stopped overthinking and started my first business. So that follows that hook, twist, payoff, plus tease. And if you didn't like this, you can just say, hey, give me a little bit of variation. Or maybe you have a different way that you want to say it. And then you can just always say, hey, what does the boardroom think, right? Now that the step 2 is complete, which is the hook, because the first one is the idea, the angle, now you have the hook. Now you have this title brainstorm and ask you how you would like it. Would you prefer your title to lean more toward inspiration or results action? And I'm just going to say results because people want results. So here are 8 world-class titles. How I finally started my first business. The mindset shift that got me to start. I would probably say my first business. After 3 years of overthinking, I finally did this. And then it tells you dial in your direction. 1 and 2, straightforward. 3 and 4 is emotional. 5 and 6, short, punchy. Like, which one do you want to go with? And normally I would just pick the title, or I would say, I don't like those. Give me 5 more. And if I like those, I would just pick it. Then we move to the thumbnail. So this goes through the process. It goes title, hook, title, thumbnail, and then it's going to actually build the script for you. And I don't really like to read off of scripts. I'm not doing that right now. I'm totally following not a script. I have an idea, I have the hook, and I'm just showing you my screen here. But if you are the type of person that wants scripts, then go ahead and use this GPT that you can make for yourself to actually build the entire script for you. Now, what we want to do next is create your own GPT. I'll show you exactly how I built this GPT so that you can get some inspiration from this. So this is the boardroom of the 50 YouTubers. And look, if you want 10 or whatever, I chose 50 because that's what I chose. But if I go into edit this GPT, it's going to pull up the GPT, and then I'm going to show you how to create your own. So here is the custom GPT right here. And on the left side here, you have the configuration of it, right? Which is the name, the description, the instructions. And what I like to do is I take a screenshot of this whole thing and I put it into ChatGPT in a separate thread. And I said, hey, help me fill this out based on what we talked about so that I can create the GPT. And then I just fill in all the blanks. One of the things that you can do is put knowledge in here. Let's say you had some YouTube videos that did very, very well. You could put the thumbnails in there, the titles in there. You could put the actual transcripts of the video in there. And then it would know to follow that framework that worked really, really well for you. And then you've got the conversation starter. So here's the prompt that I came up with that ChatGPT helped me with. And if you want to create your own GPT, you could pause the video and screenshot this and then put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, so you have to do it twice. So one there and then another one there. So pause the video, take the screenshot. These are the rules that ChatGPT helped me come up with so that I could build this thing. Then to get out of this, I just click the update button up here. And now I'm back in the GPT. If you want to create one for yourself, you just open this sidebar here, go to under GPTs, go to explore. Okay, and then you'll see all the GPTs. Just go up here and create one, right? So you would go to create, and that's where you can do one of two things. Number one, you can just go right in here, and you can actually have this thing filled out. Like you can go in here and click the dictate button and talk to it, like for as long as you want to, not too long, but you go there and talk to it and tell it what you want. I want to create the boardroom, right? And then it'll start configuring it and filling everything out. I like to just go into a separate thread and tell it what I want, and then screenshot this part right here, this section here, and tell it to help me fill it out. That works really, really well. You can use this to go alongside your own voice. I would encourage you to always keep true to your voice and the way that you speak, but just have the boardroom that you create help you with the process. A lot of us get stuck with hooks and titles and thumbnails, and it gets all confusing. So you always have this in your back pocket. It's something that I would test, and it's also fun. It's fun to talk to the boardroom, really, so you feel like you're not doing it by yourself. All right, so go create your boardroom. You've got mine as a model, as a starting point. If this was helpful, and I never asked for this, then why aren't you subscribed to the channel?